guys, fired up for another run. Got over half a bucket. I brought my solar charge controller and 60-watt solar panel. I'm in a shady spot, but it also means I have a private area. So, pros and cons. But at least I have some power going into the battery. And I'm gonna run it. Well guys, I'm reaching the bottom of the bucket. It's been an hour. I cannot get faster than an hour a pan, or a bucket. I don't know if you can see, yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a flake there, there's a nice one there, there's a nice one there. If I let it sit, there's one up in here, there's one up in here. This was a little better pan, from what I can see on top. So, oh, the clean outs will tell. So I'm gonna keep it filled and keep it flowing. Well, that's empty. I shut it down, and I'll do a cleanup. I could run it and run it, but it gives me the chance to stretch my legs and do something different. It takes about an hour and a half for me to run half a bucket, but it's heavy, dense stuff. And this is a little sluice. I can see some glitter in there in some of these holes. With the glare, it's impossible for you to see on the camera. But I can see some down in here in some of these holes. Well, let's get this out of here and run another. Well, there's gold in there. I don't know if you can see it with the glare in the pan. There's a nice one right here. There's a lot of little specks and flakes. I haven't even started cleaning this up, and that piece won't move down the pan on me. It's funny. I can't get it to move down. I'll probably just suck it up. But there's all kinds of flakes. I haven't even checked. I was just trying to get all the dirt down in here in the end. Oh yeah. Oh, there's gold in there. Oh yeah. That'll be a fun clean out at home. I'm just doing a rough run here. I don't know if that shows up. There's gold all through there. I can't tell on my camera if you see it or not. If I can get the glare off that, I don't know. But it's all through there. I guess I'll see on display on the camera at home if you can see it. Well, I'll get that in the... Oh wow, there's a lot right here. There's specks all through here. This is really thick. Wow. Right here's dense. I'll get that in my cons container and we'll run another. Well, here's another clean out. I don't know if you can see. This glare is terrible outdoors. But there's a lot of gold and a lot of little stuff. There's some flakes in there. There's some little stuff in there. There's some decent ones in there. Follow that rim around. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's hard to show. It'll show up when I get home. But that is loaded. That's really loaded. So I'll get that in the cons bin and run another. Oh guys, there's my last clean out. Hope that shows. There's gold all through there. I don't know what you can see, but there's gold all around in there. Right down in here. Where's my finger? There's all kinds of happy glittery. The lake is trying to send me on my way too. It's right up to the base of my workspace here. It's right up under my solar panel. It is coming up. It's hitting right up in here. Some of those waves are pretty high, right up to my surf spots. I gotta get out of here before the lake takes over. You can see it's beyond my solar panel. I gotta go. Well guys, back at home, here are most of the things I got. I got some pretty large pieces. Here's one with a vein, beautiful vein running through with some copper in there. And here's one a friend gave me. It's just a river washed conglomerate, which is one of these. And all of these, almost all of these rocks here were hot on a metal detector for copper and possibly silver. Everything here. So some are quite beautiful in the rough. That'll pretty up really nice with that green crystal in there. Very pretty. I got another one here just marbled with that crystal everywhere. I got here, really pretty. That's the same green crystal throughout. Anyway, there's a large bit of ore in here, some on the ground, and some in the tub, and I got another bucket full yet over in the side yard. And I've also got a 5-gallon bucket of this stuff, which I showed you. And I also have a 1-gallon bucket of some black sand from an area that I want to try. Here I've got some really cool artifacts. I've got something to me was really exciting. I've got some the original 100-year-old drill bits and shafts. So there's a drill bit on a long chunk of shaft. There's a little chunk, and I have another one in a bucket. There's a piece of a shaft. There's a piece of a shaft. Over in a bucket I've got another head with a piece of a shaft. And then I've got a puller for railroad ties. Now these are all, everything here is around probably 100 years old or more, which I just thought was cool. I've got here probably about 100 to 200 Uper lights, which is soda lights. They glow in the dark under a UV flashlight. Got some beach stones, and that is some more soda lights. Somewhere I've got some greenstone, which is a Michigan gemstone. And I've got some prehnite and thompsonite, which are gas bubbles in the lava rock, which turn out very beautiful inside. Let me see if I can find one. Well, it's going to be hard to see. They're all dirty, but they can be quite beautiful. Let me show you what the idea is, what these will turn into, or give you an idea how they're going to look in the end product. Now over here, I got a mess of slabs. I was also at a rock show, and some of these are absolutely beautiful. Some are partially finished, some are not. This is just so pretty because it's got reds and greens in the conglomerate and a little bit of copper. These are just like more for the beautiful green crystal. I think it's either prehnite or malachite. There's quite a mix, and some of them mesh in and from one to another a little bit. Then over here, there's some beautiful greens. When it's washed and polished, that's going to be quite beautiful. And here, you can see some copper in there with some greens and reds and whites. I'll try to find a good example. Let me pull one up here. Here's a really nice slab. You can see the copper in there shining. That's what makes these things sell at the markets. People are slabbing these open and selling them at the markets, at the rock shows. And I just think they're so pretty with that copper in there. And this one also has the green and white crystals inside. Just so pretty. This was a low grade rock because it has some fracture lines in it. So I don't know what I'll be able to do with it. But that was just a good example of one with a lot of copper. There's another one a lot bigger with some beautiful copper in it. Just don't know if you'll see it from here. But some of these are more finished than others. Some have some work yet to be done. But I'll be polishing these, and you can make jewelry and other things out of these, or sell them as slabs to put on a display. There's that. That's just really, that one's just amazing. Look at that. That's just one angle. It's really full. That one's going to be an amazing specimen. And that's what that one will be sold for, a specimen. So, really, really beautiful. I love these. And I've got some nicer grade ones in the house too that just are incredible high grade. So guys, back at home, here is the contents of my cleanups. Only about this much in a container. And I've got a dish of clean water here. My Falcon cleanup pan. So I think I need to clear out more space here for this to work. This is my catch-all table for everything I do out here. Well, it's going to be some time to do this clean out, and I'm sure all the gold has settled to the bottom. I'm only going to do half a little over maybe half a tablespoon to a batch, and really take my time at it because I don't want to lose or miss any gold. So this is going to take some time processing the cons, especially with the black sand. Black sand concentrates like I was processing. That's gonna be a real job, and I don't want to lose any gold in here. So the blue bull or the Falcon is a really good thing, but it's a slow process. I think most cleanup methods are a slow process. So let's get this concentrated down and see how much gold is in this pan. Well, there's gold. I don't know if it shows on camera. I can never tell outdoors. But I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 flakes right there. There's a nice one there. I don't know if that shows or not, but they're up there. I'm going to suck them up and do another batch. Well, guys, there's one clean out. Can I get... There's my finger. There's some specks in there, some decent ones. And I see 3. Where's my finger? I see 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there's a lot. There's a lot of microfines. There's got to be 20, 30 colors right here. Right here. And then one lonely one over here. I don't know if you can see it. There it is, yeah. I think you can see it. And then over here, all these little ones. There's some good colors in there in that pan. This is just a third to half a tablespoon at a time that I'm cleaning out. That's what I've processed so far. Not very much, and I got still a little bit left to go. It's going to take some time. I'm using the Falcon finishing pan, which is great, but I'm being probably more careful than I have to because there's some really microfine gold, tiny 200 mesh or smaller in there, and then there's some bigger stuff. So, well, if I find another good pan, there's going to be some better pans. When I get down in there, there's going to be some awesome pans because that's settled from the trip home. But I wanted to share this one with you. Oh, there's the last little bit. There's gold in there. There's the last clean out. Can't really tell what you can see in there, but I will get that in a bottle. Well, guys, there it is. It's not exactly as much as I thought I would have. It's pretty, but I expected a lot more considering I did 12 gallons, and the last time I had just about this much clean out from 1 gallon. I figured, because I was using a pan in my for my tailings capture, I figured that it's about 12 to 14 pans I did to get this gold. But last time I had 100 flakes to a pan on my test pan, and I had about this much to a gallon. So someone or something changed stuff out there. Mother Nature just really wreaks havoc on the beach, but it wasn't there this time. But I got some cool stuff to come, and I've got plans to go back and hit it even harder next time. We'll see how it goes. Please like this video. It was fun doing it anyway. peaceful and beautiful time on the beach. This is Troy from Michigan Prospectors. Talk to y'all later.